You can be seated. I'll call your attention to verse number 3, the son of perdition. Verse number 8, that wicked be revealed. Verse 9, Satan with all of his power and signs and lying wonders. No chapter in the Bible has more of a context as it relates to deception as 2 Thessalonians chapter number 2. Now you've watched unfold before your very eyes. Keep your eyes on the Ukraine tonight and upon the Crimea, which is a peninsula that goes down below. It borders the Black Sea there. Keep your eye on that area of the world. Vladmir Putin has moved his troops into that area. He intends to take probably the Crimea, and he may even take some of the other portion of the land there. And don't tell him how much he's going to take. We have no idea. But in the book of Daniel, it's very clear that the antichrist has an enemy, and he's the king of the north. And this king of the north plagues him all through his reign of terror on this earth. The antichrist, as you and I both know, is a human being that is incarnated by Satan, by the unholy spirit, and therefore he becomes a superman. Every indication is that after 3.5 years that he's killed with a deadly wound to his head, and then after 3 days, to mock or mimic the resurrection of Christ, he comes back to life. And in Revelation 13 it says, who can make war with the beast who had the deadly wound and lived? So after 3 days, Satan enters into him. And so this mimics the incarnation of God in Christ. Satan incarnates himself into a man. And when he does that, the Antichrist becomes a superman. Even the two witnesses in the book of Revelation chapter number 11 that come against him for the first part of their ministry, he tries to destroy them, and he cannot, because the power of God is resting upon them. But eventually he does prevail against them and slays them, and their dead bodies lie in the streets of Jerusalem for over 3 days. And then they come back to life. Now you see the geopolitical situation as it unfolds tonight. Vladimir Putin has snubbed the President of the United States, NATO, and the rest of them, Great Britain and France, and he has moved into the Crimea. And that by doing that, he has made a clear statement. This is what I'm doing. If you're going to do anything about it, you're going to have to come in here by force and do it. So he's letting the world know he's not politically correct, and he's not part of the Antichrist movement. Vladimir Putin has made it very clear that Russia is not pro-sodomy, that Russia is not part of pop culture as you know it in America and the rest of the world, that the Russian Orthodox Church today is more healthy than it ever has been. There are videos on the internet, if you want to watch them on YouTube, of Vladimir Putin going into the Russian Orthodox churches and taking communion and making a visit to Israel and going into the birthplace of Christ and all these things. His mother was a Christian. He was baptized when he was young into the Russian Orthodox Church. His father was an agnostic or an atheist. But Putin professes to be a Christian. And his position now to the world is that I'm taking the stand in a position of a Christian. And Russia is now a Christian nation. And the Russian Orthodox Church is not being persecuted like it was under Stalin and Lenin. The Russian Orthodox Church now enjoys great favor. I don't know if you've seen the photographs or not, but the Russian troops that are in the Crimea, the Russian troops that are there are with their Russian Orthodox priest. The priests are with them. So they carried the priest with them as they went into battle, because they don't know that they will be in battle. So the point is that we are the last stand of Christianity on the earth, and that we're going to stand, and we are going to stand according to the morals and according to the morals and according to the doctrines of Christ and His church. And the West is a decadent hellhole.